Welcome back to Vision Pros. This one's going to be a treat. We have Jaden Sterling calling in from British Columbia. Jaden, welcome to the show. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. I am an entrepreneur and a lifetime entrepreneur. Actually, no, spent 10 years in corporate. So I spent the decade of my 20s in corporate America working for Citigroup and Merrill Lynch, some of the biggest Wall Street firms. But since then, since I was 30, for so long time now, I've been a serial entrepreneur and working toward helping people take control of their finances and experience financial freedom. That's our number one thing.
Wow, that's fantastic. And you did your time in corporate.
Did. Yes.
Well, tell me about your vision for your business.
So the vision we set out, oh gosh, it's been about 12 years to assist people to take control of their money. I recognize working on Wall Street that the industry is set up to make money off of people, not for people. And because of the jargon that is used and the acronyms, it's very difficult and intimidating for a lot of people to invest their own money. So we set out, I said to my partners, if we could create software and trainings to help people find winning stocks in 2 clicks or less, we'd really have something. So that was the vision. And our goal is to assist people around the world. We now have 4,000 members on our platform in, I think we're up to 15 different countries right now.
Wow.
Mhm.
Well done.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. Tell me, where did this vision come from?
It's interesting. When I was 14, I had an epiphany. Have you ever had an epiphany?
Oh yeah. That's how
Okay.
I got
So,
here.
that's how you got there. Exactly. So, in that situation, time stands still. And for me, time stood still. It's funny. I was in my mother's townhome and I was coming down the stairs, and all of a sudden, okay, I'm totally dating myself, but there was a big boom box sitting on her dining room table. Remember back in the day?
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. And then, I'm pushing even more. A cassette was playing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this cassette was Wayne Dyer. And I found myself transfixed in front of this player listening to Wayne Dyer speaking. And what was really strange about this, Sue, no one was in the house. So this was playing automatically. I came down the stairs. I'm standing in front of this. And I knew, or I heard, or I felt, I don't know the exact details, but three things came through very clearly. The first one was that I would be speaking on stages around the world. The second thing was that I would be teaching people about money, how to be empowered by money, not enslaved by it. And lastly, I was told that I would be teaching from personal experience, not from a book I read or course that I took. So my vision came directly from, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, source, the universe, what have you, my higher self. It doesn't matter what we call it. I guess it matters more of that we call on it. And that's where it came from. So I've just lived out my entire purpose in my life, knowing, having to really master money, building a 8-figure business over 7 years in the financial space, using that knowledge and now teaching it to as many people as I can.
That is amazing. Like that literally directed your whole life from 14 on.
Absolutely. 100%.
That's amazing. That's so cool. All right.
Mhm.
What would you say? Like, what is your why behind this?
Well, my why is my purpose. It's exactly what I'm here for. It's why I show up every single day is again, because I was basically, I don't like to say told, but I just felt very clearly on the inside, I believe we create a blueprint before we come over. And it was definitely a part of my blueprint to do this. So my why is to fulfill my mission while I'm here.
Yeah. And that's an incredible thing. Like, so from 14,
Mhm.
don't know how old you are. It's been a few years, and that why has held you all
Yes.
that time. And
Yes.
you were faithful to it.
Yes.
That's
100%.
really something. And starting a business, I mean, Wall Street, that's not fun.
No.
You survived through a decade of that to do
Yeah.
this. And then building your own business, obviously not easy all the time. Like that's
And
a very, very powerful why to have helped you hold the
yeah,
course.
and what was interesting, my real financial training came from my clients, not from what the brokerage firms are wanting me to sell and liquidate my clients' assets. And guess what? They came into the brokerage firm with a handful of stocks. So back in the 1990s, it was like John Deere, IBM, some of the really big companies, and it was millions of dollars invested in these individual companies. And I just started to recognize, wow, there is something to this, rather than diversification. And, it wasn't until we were told liquidate those assets and buy mutual funds and package products and manage money and unit investment trusts and things. So we took them from a concentrated portfolio to this overly diversified muck, but the portfolio then was earning money for the brokerage firm, not for the client. And when I woke up to that, Sue, I was like, oh no, so that's why I got out of the business when I did and started implementing that strategy of targeted investing, focused investing. And it's changed my life, and we've changed the lives of thousands and thousands of people.
That's incredible. You had a moment, a line in the sand moment. You're like, this is not on my watch. We're not doing this.
Totally. 100%.
You had a little bit of righteous anger,
yeah, exactly. Did. I still do. I mean, the industry hasn't changed a bit, it's still exactly the way they were doing things back then that they're doing today. So people, I just think people can have and people want financial freedom, right? No one wants to be enslaved. But it was interesting, like when I went to college at American University, I picked all my classes, and the very last table was the credit card table, the MasterCard. Oh, here, you've earned a $500. I'm like, what is this? I didn't even know. I was 18 years old, had no idea what a credit card was, didn't have a job. Like, it was just crazy that I even got that, right? And yet the system wants to enslave people in a debt-based economy to keep you working. And this goes way back, decades and hundreds and hundreds of years as to how this system is set up. So we have to, and I love what you're doing and sharing with people, there's another way to go about life. There's another way to do things. And the very first step, entrepreneurship, is that, it's someone saying, okay, I'm going to forget this JOB, which stands for just over broke anyway. And, most employers are paying the highest income taxes ever, rather than having an LLC or an S corp or some type of entity established that you work for and can funnel a lot of tax deductions through. So that's a whole nother thing we can talk about at some point. But anyway,
I definitely want to. Yeah.
So many ways to go about this.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad you're out there doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
We need some good guys on our side, right?
We do. Yes. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to have you back.
I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself.